He's not picky. He likes both, red or white vine. He holds his drink and is incredibly thirsty. His name, Plasmapara viticola, better known as downy mildew. His host, vine plants. His destiny, profiler. Coming from North America, he landed around 1870 with a boat and some vine plants in Bordeaux. Always travelling by wind and rain, he invaded all the European grape areas in less than 2 years. Warm and humid, these are the perfect conditions for him. 15 degrees Celsius warmth, 15 millimeters rain, 15 hours time, and downy mildew will surely come, says the 3-15 rule. And it is true. Until now, downy mildew has been very aggressive for European vine varieties because they could not develop natural defences against this foreign disease. So the European wine grower has to face this unbalanced situation by using a strong and specific protection for his plants. Up to today, downy mildew is a dangerous disease with dramatic economic effects for the harvest. Nowadays, with the help of modern vine protection techniques, really dramatic years are less common. But 5 to 10 treatments during the season, depending on the downy mildew pressure, are still necessary to bring downy mildew under control. This defense strategy against downy mildew represents a real investment for the grower in terms of application material and product, but also in terms of work organization on the farm. Reason enough to think about a reliable, effective and long-lasting protection for vineyards. Assurance for the grower, for wine quality and yield. Profiler. Perseverant against mildew. Profiler combines the proven active ingredient, phosphatyl Al, with the new active ingredient, fluopicolide, an innovation of research and development by Bayer Crop Science. Part of the new chemical class acylpicolides, fluopicolide establishes a novel mode of action in disease management. This agent is effective against the pathogen at different key stages in its life cycle, and especially effective against mottle zoospores. In less than 1 minute after contact, they swell and burst. Field trials, replicated many times, have proven that Profiler gives a higher level of long-lasting protection to provide the grower with a powerful new tool for work organization on the farm. With 2 active ingredients, each with a complementary mode of action, Profiler has a built-in anti-resistance mechanism. Profiler. Perseverant against mildew. In mycelium of zoospores of Plasmapara, spectrin-like proteins form a net along the cell membrane. This net is anchored on the membrane and strengthens it. At the same time, this net is the point of contact for the skeleton of the cell, called the cytoskeleton. When fluopicolide enters the cell, it causes disorganization of the spectrin-like proteins. The net is torn to pieces. The membrane is weakened and the cytoskeleton becomes unstable. It detaches from the membrane. For our invader Plasmapara, this is a catastrophe. Mycelia stop growing and zoospores swell and burst. That means no chance for downy mildew. Keeping the disease out of the vineyard from the beginning on, that's the key to controlling further downy mildew development. The flowering stage is the most sensitive. The plant tissues are very susceptible to attack because the plant puts a lot of energy into flowering and growth. A vine plant grows very quickly, up to ½ a meter a week, with a lot of new shoots. It's the worst time to get a disease problem. But during this period, a lot has to be done on the farm, and this is exactly the time when the wine grower needs the longest lasting product. A 2-week protection effect is a must. Profiler is the solution. When the vine plants start flowering and begin to initiate bunches, that's the best time for a block of 2 or 3 sprays. Use of the best available product, Profiler, will keep downy mildew out of your field. Because the 2 modes of action are very complementary for a long period. Fluopicillide preventively protects the plant during the downy mildew attack with a strong anti-infection action. Fossetal helps the plant to better defend itself with a unique natural defense stimulation action. A very modern and effective concept of protection to decrease the disease pressure and to help the plant to resist. Profiler. Perseverant against mildew. At application, the formulation forms small droplets on the leaf surface with excellent sticking properties. Fossetal moves in all the parts of the plant after the treatment with a complete systemicity, ascendant and descendant. It is present everywhere within the plant tissues. The fluopicillide remains attached to the cuticular structure and is redistributed into the leaves and stems. The reservoir of fluopicillide in and on the leaf is the basis for excellent preventative control of the oomycete diseases. After drying, the particles of fluopicillide are evenly distributed within the area covered by the droplet. Fluopicillide is known for its strong translaminar properties. When applied on the upper side of the leaf, it also moves to the lower. Most of the fluopicillide stays on the plant surfaces and forms a shell of protection. It provides a reservoir of fluopicillide that moves into the leaf and stems over the next weeks, in addition to the fossetal reservoir within the plant. Perfect teamwork for long-lasting effect. Profiler. Perseverant against mildew. Farmers can't influence the weather, so the flexibility of Profiler is even more important. Rainfall, a plant wet by dew, low or high temperatures, intense sunlight. None of these factors reduces protection. Even when applied with low water volumes or with drift reduction nozzles, Profiler performs well. Excellent coverage, reliable uptake, and fast and long-lasting behavior in the plant. All these properties remain. The high-quality wettable granule formulation is optimized for tank mixing too. In its intelligent recyclable packaging, the product is easy to handle, easy to drain, and easy to store. The granule is moisture-proof and freezable. Weather and application technology independence means more flexibility for the farmer. The good profile of Profiler. No negative effect on natural predators makes Profiler an excellent choice for integrated crop management systems. Extensive trial work has proven that Profiler sets a new standard in offering outstanding benefits to the grape supply chain. The quality of processed grapes into wine was tested according to EU protocols. This extensive research reveals that Profiler has no influence on the processing parameters, such as aroma and color. Profiler contributes to the quality demands and expectations of today's consumers. The outstanding marketable yield after use of Profiler, together with excellent quality contributed by downy mildew control, makes it the product of choice for the producer. Profiler. Perseverant against mildew. Profiler is a modern fungicide from Bayer Crop Science, combining the renowned active ingredient Phosphatal AL with the new active ingredient fluopicolide and its novel mode of action. It is tailor-made for the high standards set by professional vine production. Profiler offers consistent, long-lasting activity against downy mildew, outstanding vine protection during the sensitive flowering stage, reliable and preventive activity on leaves and bunches even in the worst conditions. Profiler. Perseverant against mildew.